Привет, студенты! In this video, you will learn every single Russian greeting, from the most common ones to the ones your Russian teacher would never want to teach you. There are actually 16 ways to greet someone in Russian. We will start with the ones you can use with absolutely anyone, and by the end, we will get to the ones only real insiders know, the ones you should use very carefully. So get comfortable, grab a cup of tea, and let's go! Привет! The first one is привет. And if you studied any Russian at all, you already know this one. It's the standard informal hello, the one you use with friends, with family, with classmates, anyone you're on a first name basis with. Think of it as the Russian hey, hi. Clean, simple, works in any casual situation, and if you are not sure what informal greeting to use, default to привет. You can't go wrong with it. The next one is going to be здравствуйте. Здравствуйте is the formal hello. You use that with strangers, with people who are older than you, with your boss, a doctor, basically anyone you would address with respect. The literal meaning is actually be healthy. It comes from the word здоровье, health. Now, here's what most beginners get wrong. That V in the middle is silent. You don't say здравствуйте, you say здравствуйте. Drop that V and you will instantly sound more natural. The next one is здравия желаю. Здравия желаю literally means I wish you health. And this one is strictly military. Soldiers use that to greet a superior officer. You will never hear it at a dinner table or between friends. By the way, I made a free cheat sheet with all 16 greetings, the pronunciation, and the color code so you always know which one is safe to use. The link will be in the description. Grab it for absolutely free. Next one, Доброе утро. Доброе утро is good morning. Доброе means good in the neutral form. Утро means morning. Straightforward, use it until around noon. After that, it starts to feel a little off, and Russians will notice. One thing worth knowing, Russians use time based greetings more naturally than most Western learners expect, so don't be shy with this one. The next one is Добрый день. Добрый день is a good afternoon. And this is actually the most commonly used of the three time based greetings. Добрый means good in the masculine form here. День means day. Use it from noon until early evening. You will hear it constantly in shops, in offices, in phone calls. It sits right in the middle, not too formal, not too casual, which makes it incredibly useful. Next one is Добрый вечер. Добрый вечер is good evening. Вечер means evening. Use it from around 6 p.m. onwards. Same rules as the others. It's polite without being stiff, works with strangers and acquaintances alike. By the way, one small cultural note. Russians take these time-based greetings seriously. Using доброе утро at 7 p.m. will get you a smile, but not the kind you want. The next one is здрасте. Здрасте is what happens when Russians get lazy with здравствуйте. And they do. Constantly. It's actually the same word, just compressed. Technically still polite enough for semi-formal situations, but it has a slightly casual, almost indifferent tone to it. Think of it as the difference between good morning and morning. Your teacher might use it with you, your doctor might use it, but you probably wouldn't open a job interview with it. Next one is приветствую. Приветствую. Literally, that means I greet you. It comes from the verb приветствовать. It sounds formal, almost ceremonial, but here's the interesting thing. In real life, Russians use it in a slightly ironic way. Between friends, it can sound deliberately pompous, like you're greeting someone with exaggerated importance. So, depending on the tone and context, it can be either genuinely formal or playfully sarcastic. Pay attention to who is saying it and how. Next one is доброго времени суток. Доброго времени суток literally translates to good time of the day. and it was invented specifically for the internet, for when you don't know what time zone the other person is in. It became popular in Russian online forums in the early 2000s. Here's the thing though. Today, most Russians find it awkward, even slightly annoying. It's grammatically unusual, it sounds stiff, and it immediately marks you as someone who writes emails like a robot. You might still see it in formal online messages from older users, but younger Russians have mostly abandoned it. Worth knowing, but not worth using. The next one is hi. Hi is simply the Russian version of hi, borrowed directly from English. Young Russians use it constantly in text messages and online chats. You will see it written everywhere on social media. In person, it's more rare. It can sound a little try hard depending on the crowd, but in writing, it's completely normal and natural among people under 30. The next one is приветик. Приветик is привет with a diminutive suffix. That ik at the end makes everything smaller and cuter in Russian. It's warm, it's affectionate, it's slightly playful. Girls use it more than guys, but not exclusively. You would say it to a close friend, someone you're happy to see, someone you're being sweet with. If a Russian says приветик to you, it means they genuinely like you. It's impossible to say it in a cold way. Next one is priv. Priv is just привет cut in half. Pure laziness, and that's exactly the point. It's almost exclusively used in text messages and online chats. Nobody really says priv out loud. It would sound strange, but in a chat window between friends, it's completely normal. Fast, casual, zero effort. If someone sends you priv, they are not being rude, they're just being very comfortable with you. The next one is going to be yo. Yo is yo, straight from American English, straight from hip hop culture. Young Russians picked it up and somehow it stuck. You will hear it between teenage boys in street culture, in rap music. Use it in the wrong crowd and you will get a very confused look. Use it in the right crowd and you will sound surprisingly natural. Context is everything with this one. Next one is здорово. Now we are getting into real territory. Здорово is a very informal, slightly rough version of здравствуйте. Same root, completely different energy. It's the greeting of close male friends, of people who have known each other for years, of group where nobody is trying to impress anyone. It has a certain toughness to it. A woman can use it, but it will carry a deliberately tomboyish tone. Use this one only when you are absolutely sure about the relationship. The next one is zdarovki. Zdarovki is zdarova with an extra playful layer on top. Same crowd, same energy, but even more familiar. It softens the roughness of zdarova slightly with that playful ending. Think of it as the version you use when you're in a good mood and happy to see the person. It's rare enough that if you use it correctly, a Russian will be genuinely impressed. And the last one, doro. And this is the underground as it gets. Doro is a heavily distorted version of Zdarova. Itself already an informal greeting compressed and reshaped by street slang until it's almost unrecognizable. You will not find it in the most textbooks. Most Russian teachers don't even know it. It's the greeting of very specific social circles, so urban, hip hop influenced. But if you use it in the wrong place, and nobody might even understand what you said. And that's it. That's all 16 Russian greetings, from the ones you can use with your boss on day one to the ones you should only use when playing video game with someone Russian. The most important thing to remember is this: in Russian, context is everything. This same person can be a "Здравствуйте" in the morning and "Здорово" by Friday night. But in case of a doubt with someone you know, start with "Привет." You will never go wrong, and with someone you don't know, use "Здравствуйте." And as you get closer to the people around you, the rest will come naturally. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. I will see you in the next one. Пока-пока.